So Luke chapter number 15 tonight, I want to read the whole thing, the whole passage concerning the prodigal son tonight. And chapter 15, verse 11. The Bible says that he said a certain man had 2 sons. And the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falleth to me, and he divided unto them his living. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together, and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riotous living. And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in that land, and he began to be in want. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into his fields to feed swine. And he would fain have filled his belly with the husks that the swine did eat, and no man. I want you to notice that now. A few things I really want to stand out in our minds tonight. First, I want us to notice that he went into a far country. And now I can't back this up with the Bible tonight. But I really think, and I'll tell you why I think this. I really think tonight that there's a very good possibility that he went to Moab. And the reason that I think that there's a good possibility, the reason I think enough of it to even mention it from the pulpit tonight is because of the book of Ruth where Naomi goes down to Moab. Now, does anybody know where the Moabites came from? Anybody ever studied it? Do you know, Steph? Or do you think you know? Give us a shot. You want to give us a shot? Anybody want to take a stab at it? It's a very, very, very notable name where the Moabites come from. Anybody want to take a shot? Lot. Lot. But now wait a minute. Lot was a Hebrew. So how does they come from that? Well, if you go back as far as you can study, it had to have come through all the way back. Now I'm talking about you got to really do some digging back here. If you go all the way back, it was Adam and Eve. They had 2 sons, Cain and Abel. Cain slew Abel. Abel brought the first fruits of the blood sacrifice, and Cain brought the first fruits of vegetation. And God put a mark on Cain and sent him out. And if you go back far enough, you find that's where it's at. And then you find that that same spirit is what put it into Lot's heart to go down to Sodom and Gomorrah instead of taking the fields on the other side. That's that spirit of the flesh of wanting to go where the glamour and the lights and the action is at. And study on Lot's wife. There ain't a whole lot you can find out about Lot's wife. But you can trace it back that in the Lot's genealogy that the Moabites came from, or Lot was a part of that.
Amen.
And the only thing I can figure, because the New Testament tells us that Lot vexed his righteous soul.
Right.
If it wasn't for that, I'd preach that Lot was lost.
Yeah. Amen.
I would in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But he vexed his righteous soul, but we don't see a whole lot about his wife, so there had to be somehow through that kindred of marriage. Had to be tied in, and it goes all the way back to the mark that was placed upon the temple. Now, I'm talking about stuff that don't make you yield beans the way that you live today. Right. But I'm talking about stuff that will help you to understand your Bible a little bit better. And I'll be honest with you, there ain't a whole lot of reason for us understanding that, but God put her in there, so there's a reason.
Right.
Amen. And he'll let you figure that out on your own. But he went to a far country, and I think with the understanding of what little scripture that I do know, that they were prosperous in the land of Moab, and now he has left, and he's joined himself to a citizen of that far country. And I mean, he would have, if he went south, he'd have to went through Moab to went to whatever country he went to. So why would you go through a country? Why would you go through a land that's prosperous and and partying? Why would you go through that to go forward?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it don't matter, it's neither here or there where he was at. That's just my opinion for whatever it's worth right there. And then it goes on, he said that when he spent all, there arose a mighty famine in that land, and he began to be in want. Well, if you go study about the Moabites, you'll find days of famine come to the land.
Amen.
And It goes on, verse 15, and when he went and joined himself to his back country, and he sent him into his fields to feed swine, and he would fain have filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat, and no man gave unto him. I know a lot of preachers mean well, and they'll preach to you that he was eating the husks that the pigs was eating, but that ain't what God said. God said, no man, he would have fain, meaning gladly, he would have fain filled his belly with the husks that the swine did eat, but no man gave unto him. Right. In other words, that boss man said, you go feed the hogs. If I catch you eating my hog's food, you're fine. Nobody. I mean, he had to go, and he had to work. And, I mean, that man, no doubt, he hired him. Right. Because the Bible said that he was a hired servant. Or he went and he joined himself, and that implies that he went to work for this other man. And no doubt that man was going to pay him, but that man said, hey, you got to put your time in before I'm going to give you anything. Right. Well, let me ask you something. How many of you have ever worked a public job where you have to punch a clock? They don't pay you until you put your time in. They don't pay you in advance. Most places, 90% of places, won't pay you for 2 weeks. And I mean, buddy, if you ain't got a little bit of something to nibble on in those 2 weeks, man, it gets tough. And then when you get that first check, I got a check, and then it's gone in the first 10 minutes. And then you got another week that you got to finish nibbling on what you've been nibbling on. Amen. But he said, no man gave unto him, and when he came to himself, he said, how many hired servants of my father's have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger? I will arise and go to my father, and I will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. And he arose and came to his father, but when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him, and had compassion, and ran, and fell on his neck, and kissed him. And the son said unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in thy sight, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. But the father said to his servants, Bring forth the best robe, and put it on him. He ain't worked yet. He ain't rucked no hay. He ain't fed the cows. He ain't done nothing. And the father said to get the best robe, put it on him. He ain't done one thing yet. And put it on him and put a ring on his hand, and that's signifying who he belongs to. That's showing us that he's, anybody seen that ring, if they didn't know who it was, that signified who he was serving. He went back to serving his father. Right. Now, I got a whole message on that you might not have ever heard of. But he went back to serving his father, and that king gave him that ring, and that ring was a signet that is my servant son. Right. Wow. Now, you get that? He's not just a servant, and he's not just a son, but he's a servant son. That signifies to the world that that son is serving the father of his own accord, not because daddy raised him and is making him work. Right. That changes things a whole lot. Like I said, I got a whole list, and I'm going to get it, I'll bring it back, so it's not what the Lord wants us now. But it goes on a bit further. And it says, verse number 22, But the father said to his servants, Bring forth the best robe, put it on him, put a ring on his hand, and shoes on his feet, and bring hither the fatted calf, and kill it, and let us eat and be merry. For this my son was dead, and is alive again. He was lost and is found, and they began to be merry. Now I know you've heard preachers preach this probably. That we know that they had a party. We know that he said, get the fatted calf. He put the calf up, and he was prepared. He knew his son was coming, or he at least hoped that his son would come home again. And he made preparations. Well, he says it's a fatted calf, so that son wouldn't go on long. Right. He put that calf up when it was a calf, and he fatted it up, but he didn't say go get the fat cow. He said go get the fatted calf. Right. So that shows us the time frame. That shows us that whatever his portion was didn't last him long. Right. Now, I want you to think about that for just a second. He left the father's house, went into a far country. It took a little time to travel. And if it was Moab, you're not looking at a great deal of time, but you're looking at a little bit of time. And then they just partied up. He wasted his substance with riotous living. Yeah. And then after that, how long does it take to go through an inheritance? Of course, it depends on how big the inheritance is. But we see that he went through that, and now he's found him a job.
Yeah.
So I wonder how long he sat from the time that he got broke before he even said, you know what? I can't go back and face my father.
Amen.
Man, it ain't been no time.
Yes.
I can't believe that he was right.
Yeah.
I can't believe how fast that I have just wasted my inheritance.
Amen.
There ain't no way. I can't go back to my father and say, everything you've given me, everything that you've laid up, all of your life of working and laboring for me is gone.
Amen.
Folks, that's a picture. Now, I want you to get this. I want you to understand this. You've heard me say this before, but I don't know if I've ever explained this scripturally. When you're saved by God's grace and you backslide on God, you lose everything.
Amen.
You lose. Now, you don't lose your salvation, but you lose all of your rewards. You lose your benefits,
Amen.
or most of them. One benefit you never lose is you still got a room at the Father's.
Amen.
And there's a whole message on that. But you lose so much. And then when you come back to the Father, you've got to start all over.
Amen.
And we've got this in our mind that when we backslide on God and we start living a life of a shame and a reproach unto the name of God, and then we rededicate our lives to God, that all that work in the past is still fruit to your account. Those are rewards that you've lost.
Amen.
You wasted.
Yeah.
Now, understand this. The Bible said that the prodigal son went into a far country. You backslide on God, you go into a far country.
Right.
Now, you're not going to Moab, but you're going to a type of Moab.
Right.
You're not going to Egypt, but you're going to a type of Egypt, wherever it might be.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not going to tell you that that's scriptural place, and he was in Moab, but we know that it was a place that he wasn't supposed to be.
Amen.
We can say that for sure.
Yeah.
And so when you get in the land that you ain't supposed to be in, now I want you to understand something. The Bible says, you've heard this quoted a million times, and we'll shout the house down when we hear it, but how many of us has really sat and took into account the meaning of the Word of God, where God says you're not redeemed with corruptible things, such as silver and gold, but by the precious blood of the Lord. Think about that scripture for just a second. He said that you are bought with a price. You're not yours anymore.
Amen.
You don't have no say-so anymore.
Amen.
God lets us have a say-so.
Yeah.
But ultimately, do you really have a say-so when He gives us the outline of the way it's going to be?
Amen.
You might think that you can go to a far country. You might think that you can enjoy life back in doing the worldly things. But God says you're not going to.
Amen.
Right. And when you come back to Him, you've wasted that inheritance.
Yeah.
Now, what do you mean inheritance? Because of my inheritance of my Father, I get to have a place in heaven. That's an inheritance.
Amen.
He said that we'll receive an inheritance that's incorruptible.
Yeah.
That's what He's done for us.
Amen.
That ain't what we've done to
Right.
cast at His feet. See, there's a part of that inheritance that we can't touch.
Amen.
You think 401k is hard to get into.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
God's got an inheritance that we can't touch in this body.
Amen.
And thank God He does.
Yeah.
But then we see also tonight, we get on in the message here in just a second, but I also see this tonight that he wasted his substance with riotous living. It didn't take long. And let me say something. It really puzzles me. I talked to a person Sunday on the phone in the fellowship hall. I talked to another person Monday. I talked to another person yesterday. All different people, 3 different people that I talked to and said, hey, where are you going to church at? Well, I'm not going right now. Well, why ain't you going? Well, you know how it is. I need to.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I've got to tell everybody the same thing. Everybody needs to go somewhere. I need to, but, you know, I just ain't. I really need to get back in it. Would you care to pray for me? And I'll be honest with you, I got to the point that I was just looking right between Bucky and Bill, and I just tell something. You know I won't.
Amen.
And they look at me like I've lost my mind. But you know what? Not one time will any of them say anything back to me.
Amen.
Not one time will any say, well, you ought to. You know why? Because they know they
Yeah.
put themselves in their position.
Man.
Amen?
Yeah.
Some of them would probably say, well, I ain't going to go to church because that preacher said he wouldn't pray for me. Well, what am I going to do to them? They ain't going to know that.
Yeah.
I mean, really, stop thinking
Yeah.
about it. But everybody that you talk to anymore, oh yeah, I'm saved.
Right.
4 people. The guy I took to Frank Sunday that come by here. I mean, man, he told me the plan of salvation in my wife's car from here to Frank. I believe Jesus Christ died for me. And I'm backslid. And I know I need to go to church. And he said, if I go anywhere, I'll come down and visit you. And I'm like, ain't time. But at least he didn't say pray for me.
Yeah.
Amen? Now, I know that you're going to think that this is awful. And I'll be honest with you. I learn things the hard way. Don't you?
Yes, sir.
Is there anybody here tonight gullible enough to raise your hand and say, you know what, preacher? I take people's advice. I don't have to learn it the hard way. Maybe the oldest ones here have learned that you can do that. But the rest of us, man, we get it in our mind. It's my way. My way won't work. There's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Man.
Twice in 2 different chapters in the book of Proverbs, it says that there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. One word is changed in one verse from the other. I don't remember what the word is. But then, like I said, I've been studying over there in Thessalonians and in Peter and Titus, and I've always told you, if you find it 3 places, you got to have 3 places to be a doctrine.
Right.
Right? That's a great big thing, a doctrine. You got to understand what doctrine is. When you find a doctrine in the Word of God, that means that it is settled. You can't take your opinion of it. You can't alter it in any way. This is God. Said it 3 times at least for a purpose. You know that there's a doctrine in your Bible about being a busybody?
Man.
It's a doctrine in your Bible about being a busybody. Now, ain't that interesting? Now, if you go over, I think it's in Peter, if I ain't got them mixed up, you'll find out that Peter's talking about women, and particularly women being busybodies. And he relates it a lot to widows.
Man.
And about real widows.
Right.
Widows indeed. Widows that don't have a son, or they don't have a nephew, or they don't have a man that can do what needs to be done. That's a widow indeed. A widow ain't just somebody that has their husband's died. We call them a widow, but that's not a widow indeed. A widow indeed is a widow that has no man in the family left, no kinsman redeemer to take care of her responsibilities.
Man.
That's a Bible widow.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, don't fly too well in most places, but that's the truth. But now back to the message tonight, I want to look at this. And I got thinking about this when the Lord got to showing this to me, and I got thinking about, Lord, how in the world will I preach that? What's the direction you'd have this message to go tonight? And I want to preach on this thought for just a few minutes, Lord, help us tonight on why we don't have no more prodigals. Why we don't have no more prodigals. In 2017, why you can't find a prodigal anymore. You got a lot of people that tell you they're backsliding.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people that tell you that they've messed up.
Right.
You got a lot of people. You got people sitting on church pews. You got people sitting on park benches that tell you that they're saved, they're going to heaven, they're washed in the blood, but they ain't been to church, and their heart's not in it when they do go to church. And people that sits on the pew, they come and their hearts ain't in it, and we're just dead in the door now.
Man.
And why don't we have a prodigal in 2017?
Yeah.
We don't have one.
Yeah. That's good.
When's the last time you met a prodigal son?
Yeah.
Now think about it.
Man.
Preacher, you just said you've taught 4. No. I told you I taught 4 people said they saved. They needed to go to church. That prodigal didn't go down that far country and say, hey, I've wasted everything.
Yeah. Right.
He said, hey, I'm broke, I need a job.
Man.
But the prodigal is one that realizes what he left at the father's
Yeah.
house.
Man.
That's why we've got trailer parks and houses and buildings all over every county setting 4 to 9 of people that says that they're saved by God's grace and won't darken a church door.
Yeah.
They've never come to themselves of what's at the Father's house.
Man.
Amen.
Good.
Now listen, And we've got people sitting on the pews. We've probably got somebody here's the reason I'm preaching it here.
Yeah.
We've got them all over the world sitting in church pews tonight with a godly man, with a godly Bible, preaching the Word of God. And we've got people sitting on the church pews tonight. They're not prodigal,
Yeah.
but they sure have wasted their substance.
Man.
And until you realize what you left at the Father's house,
Right.
you'll never go back.
Man. Yeah.
If you don't see a need,
Yeah.
now let me ask you something. How many of you is going to go back and get in your car tonight, or go out to your car and get a bicycle pump and put it on the valve of your tire and go to pumping that tire up? How many of you is planning on doing that right now? Not one of us. Why? We trust that we don't have a flat tire.
Yeah.
But when you go out and you see you've got a flat tire, and then it's time to do something about it.
Man.
And that's why that the houses of God all over the country, including this one, gets drier
Yeah.
and just colder and farther from God, is because we'll sit on a pew. That's for somebody else.
Man.
Amen.
Boy, Charlie's going to get burned on that one.
Man.
Amen.
Yeah.
God will pitch it to Bethany, Bethany pitch it to Kira,
Right.
Kira pitch it to Ethan, Ethan throw it over in Charlie's lap.
Man.
That's why I don't set it back to church none of the time. It's got to end up at the back before
Yeah.
it's all said and done.
Man.
Amen. Because it certainly ain't for the front pew. It ain't for the second pew. It's believe it says at the back because they're so cold on God.
Man.
Amen. But we get this imagery. So why don't we have problems in 2017? Let me give you a few things wrote down. I want you to notice here tonight that the prodigal son didn't have a God's house of worship. He didn't have a revival center. He didn't have a mega church. He didn't have a pastor that he could go to and say, oh, everything, my world's just caving in, and them hug them and say, oh, you're doing good. Don't you go back to your father. Don't you go and prove to him that he told you that you were going to have a hard time. Don't you let him have the satisfaction.
Yeah. Man.
Amen. They didn't have a water clocks to go to.
Yeah.
Preacher, you don't know what you're talking about. I do know what I'm talking about.
Man.
They didn't have, listen, he could have went to the church house probably in Moab or wherever he might have been. I'm sure that they had contemporary, but it was false God worship. It's
Right.
listen, what we've got right here in Avery County is 10 million times more dangerous than worshiping false gods.
Man.
It's worse.
Yeah.
By far is it worse. Because what's here has just a glimpse of what we think that religion and Christianity is supposed to be. They have a doctrine of it, but then the truth ain't in it.
Right.
Way more dangerous.
Yeah.
Way more. But they didn't have a support group.
Man.
Amen? He got down that far country and wasted his substance, riotous living, and they didn't have a church. He could go over there to it and say, hey, you just come and we'll sit around and we'll talk. We'll have yoke a fella.
Man.
Anybody know what yoke fella is? I call it yoke a fella. But it's yoke fella. Y-O-K-E fellow. It means to yoke me and someone else together. It's a support group. It's promise keepers with a glorified name.
Man.
It's the Masonic Lodge is part of that.
Man.
And I don't think much nobody get ruffled up and mad at me right here. I'm going to tell you that stuff's wicked. Amen. I can go knock on your door and show you my Masonic ring, and I can commit murder and come to your door, and you've got to hide me.
Man.
Because yoke fell. We don't do that around here. Well, you might be surprised.
Man.
You'd be surprised what's right under our nose.
Yes, sir.
Amen. But listen, the Bible said that he went and he joined himself to a citizen of that country and would have fain filled his belly with a husk of the swine eaten. No man gave unto him. He didn't have, now get this, why don't we have a prodigals in 2017? They didn't have a DSS service.
Man.
Amen? He can't go up to the top of the town hill and say, hey, I need one of them grocery boxes.
Right.
I need one of them. And listen, and I'm not down in government aid and different things. A lot of people get it, and there's a lot of times in my life it's kept me alive. I'm going to be honest with you about it. But I'd give anything if I could go back to having to spend them food stamps.
Man.
Amen? When I go to the Family Dollar and watch them buy charcoal and shampoo and all this stuff and slide that American flag debit card from the DSS and them leave with that stuff. I've watched them buy alcohol. Amen. I've watched them go into different places that has little cafes,
Yeah.
and I can understand buying a cheeseburger. I can get that because it's food. But I mean, it's in the rule book. You can't buy cooked
Right.
food. Amen. And then the woman in Kentucky dropped her grocery receipt, and it shows a balance on it on her food stamp card with $5,000. Man, you think I'm fat now, I'd like to get a hold of that card. Amen. And listen, but they didn't have these things in those days. Listen, the church is what took care of people when there was a need. That's why God put it in there. There's got to be a window of need. That's why God should be good stewards of His money.
Right.
That's why He done these things. Because, hey, we didn't have what's there today.
Right.
Why do we have a problem today? I'm backside on God today if God don't kill me. And I can take my wife and my 2 kids that still at home out. And you know what? We get hungry enough. I can get that boat out of my name. And I can go get food stamps. I can get my light bill paid. I can get insurance. I can get all kinds of things.
Man.
While God's trying to whoop my pants off of me, the government says you don't need to trust God. Trust the government.
Man.
Amen. Yeah, I ain't being ugly to you. And I promise you, if you're getting subsidies, I'm tickled to death for you. If you need it, and if you don't need it, shame on you.
Yeah.
Amen. Just shame. Shame. Everybody knows your name.
Yeah. Man.
But we see here, they didn't have no welfare. They didn't have the DSS. They didn't have, and I wrote this down, they didn't have no modern preachers
Yeah.
in those days. Amen. Could you imagine? Now listen, common sense here. Bible don't say this. Common sense does. He's hungry. He's wasted everything to the point that he says, okay, I don't got nothing else to buy food with. I don't have food. I've got to do something.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed of what I've done with my inheritance, so I've got to try and survive on my own.
Yeah.
But now the Bible said that he would have filled his belly,
Yeah.
but no man gave.
Man.
Well, by God, the saying that no man gave tells me that he probably asked.
Yeah.
Man.
Because if he didn't ask, nobody would have been offering.
Right.
But where it said no man gave signifies to me that he probably went to that employer and said, hey, look, I'm having kind of down on my luck right now, and I've had a hard time down at the craps table or whatever it might be, and I need a little, just a little to hold me over. So you ain't getting nothing from me.
Man.
You get it, you work for it, you earn it. Why do you think God put in there that man's supposed to work by the sweat of his not brow, face?
Man.
That signifies the hard work.
Yeah.
I can sweat in air conditioning, can't you? Amen? But listen, here we are. Why don't we have no problems? Why don't the power of God go out in the communities no more like it used to? Why don't the families have family altars of prayer like it used to? Why don't, listen, I'll hit something right. Why don't daddies pray for their children like they used to?
Man.
And moms. Why don't husbands pray for their wives and wives pray for their husbands like they used to?
So. Man.
Because we're welfare addicts.
Yeah.
God's handed us so much.
Man.
And we ain't got enough sense to realize that's part of our inheritance.
Man.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
And we've wasted. We're right this way.
Man.
Now listen, and I don't mean this to sound bragging or boastful in any way. Please don't think that I mean it that way. I'm just giving you an example. We come up here Monday morning to sow a seed in the backyard, and before we got out there and got to work, and we come in here and got on this altar and got praying. So we started early, and neither one of us got to pray like what we're supposed to, because we got started early and slept in so late. Amen. That's bad when you sleep in late and get started early. Amen. I slept in late and got started at 7.
Amen.
Amen. And that's late, but it's still early to start. Man, we got to pray before we do an iron fast.
Amen.
Nobody wasn't around, nobody wouldn't bother nobody wasn't eavesdropping, nobody wasn't listening. Just a child and his father.
Amen.
Amen. Boy, it gets good like that.
Yeah.
Why don't people pray on that?
Amen.
I mean, I ain't talking about little repetition stuff. I'm talking about praying.
Yeah.
I mean, just get broke down, praying, talking to God, and just have a shouting spell while you're at it.
Amen.
Because He says, "Yes, son, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I hear you. Go ahead, talk to me some more."
Amen.
Amen. Most people, Charlie, I dare say, most people will never experience that.
Amen.
Most people has this little easy believism. I don't have to pray.
Yeah.
I don't have to pray loud. And it ain't how loud that you pray. I don't mean it like that. But I just simply say, "Lord, thank you for this day. Keep me safe today." That's the end of it. And thank God, God will do that.
Yeah.
He has mercy on us. But whatever happened to that, Lord, what can I do for you today? We think that, Lord, if I pray, "Lord, what would you have me do for you today?" We get in our mind, I got to go talk to somebody about Him.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. I mean, you ought to. But now listen, you don't have to pray and say, "Lord, what can I do for you today?" and then go talk to somebody, because He don't have to tell your heart to go talk to somebody when He says to do it in His Word.
Amen. Right.
Amen. Lord, what can I do to be a blessing to you today? You know what I have found most of the time when I pray that? You know what I've had Him tell me when I've prayed that many, many, many times? Just talk to me.
Yeah.
You just be my company today. You just see me today.
Amen.
That's all He wants. He wants us to see Him.
Yeah.
That's why the Bible says, Jesus said His face was a flint to Calvary. That's why the Bible said that He was our example. We're Christians. We're Christ-like. We're supposed to be like Him. We're supposed to set our face like He did to Calvary. When He was sitting looking at Calvary, He wasn't just looking at the cross, but He was looking at the gospel. He was looking at the promise. He was looking at the inheritance that the Father had for us.
Amen.
And we ought to be doing the same thing.
Amen.
Amen. He didn't have a support group. He didn't have a wellness center.
No.
I stopped and got gas this morning at Burrell's. I don't know, 8 o'clock, a little before 8, I guess it was. No, it was a little after 8, because it was 10 to 9 when I got to East Jackson. And I was getting gas, had a dump truck today, lifted way up, and you got to about way down, put gas in that thing. And I was putting gas in it, and this fella come out and said, "Hello, James." I said, "Hey, how you doing?" Called him by name. And he said, "Well, I ain't doing too good. I got a hernia." And I said, "Bless your heart." I said, "Them hurts." And I mean, I wasn't being sarcastic or anything. And he walked around, and he was right here, and kind of on his side there a little bit. And he said, "I've got a problem." I said, "What's your problem?" He said, "I got to be in Burnsville less than 30 minutes. We're going to put me in jail for 7 days." And I had Ethan and Jerry was in the truck with me, and I couldn't put nobody else in there because that's how sick I was. I actually didn't even have the 2 seat belts, and Ethan had to drive that one. And I said, "Well," I said, "I'm going to Burnsville." I said, "If you want to ride in the back of this dump truck, you're welcome to." And got him loaded up in the back of the dump truck, and I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I've got to go up there." And he told me what it's called, something. It was a 4-letter word, and told me where it was at, and I knew where he's talking about. Didn't still didn't know what it was. And got him up there, and I thought I was going to have to dump the bed to get him out of it. They started hurting so bad with that hernia. And he says, "Quick as I get out of here," he said, "I'm going to go up to the nurse room, see if they can take care of it, give me something for this hernia." And I said, "What are you doing here anyway?" He said, "Well," "this is my rehab." He said, "If I don't show up every Wednesday morning by 9 o'clock, that's the reason I know it was 10 to 9. He said, "If I don't show up every Wednesday morning by 9 o'clock, he said that they'll put me in jail for 7 days, then let me out, and then I've got to be here every Wednesday morning by 9 o'clock. And if I'm not here at 9 o'clock, he said, they cut my pills out." He used to be on meth, now he's on methadone.
Amen.
And guess who's paying for that? Taxpayers. I should have left you at the store. Wasn't it? Take my gun and pull up in front of a rehab clinic.
Yeah.
Supposed to be rehabbing, giving them prescription drugs that you and me's paying for.
Amen.
Amen? I don't like it. So why we got no Prodgicals today? Because everything he didn't have, we now have. nobody have mercy on you.
Amen.
Now listen, don't take this wrong. I'm just minding the Lord right here. So many times, because we're compassionate, now it's good to be compassionate, but so many times because we're compassionate, we'll mess up and we'll dabble with the hand of God.
Amen.
Because somebody's having a misfortune, somebody's struggling,
Yeah.
and we'll say, bless their heart, and we'll try to help them. And listen, and most of the time, from what I have learned, has been the hand of God judging them.
Amen.
And then you'll give to them, and you'll do something to help them, and then next thing you know, the judgment of God's on you.
Yeah.
And the reason it's on you is because you've been messing with something you weren't supposed to be messing with, God with.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about don't help people. Now, preacher, the Bible said, I was hungry and you didn't feed me. I was naked, you didn't come, and you haven't yet Jesus' name.
Amen.
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 So many times. Now listen, again, I'm not being ugly. Well, I've got so-and-so in my family, and they're having such a hard time, but they're out here sleeping with everything coming and going.
Yeah.
They're out here, they're spending all this, they won't buy food. And now listen, you know I chew tobacco. But let me tell you something. If it comes to my youngins having something to eat,
Right.
my tobacco, I'm going to spend what I got on them youngins something to eat.
Amen.
Or I'll be shot one. Amen.
Yeah.
I said it, shot twice.
Amen.
Just to make sure that I ain't a poison to somebody else.
Yeah. Amen.
Like that sign. Trespassers will be shot, survivors will be shot again.
Amen.
Amen. We don't call the law, we call Smith and Wesson.
Yeah.
Amen. But that's where we're at.
Amen.
Beats all I've ever seen. Listen, it beats all I've ever seen. Last 40 years, 30 to 40 years. Have you noticed? You see billboards now. Women's coalitions. Women's coalitions. Whether they've been beat.
Yeah.
34 years ago, you didn't see much of that. My grandpa and grandpa beat each other, but they beat each other.
Yeah.
They both deserved it. Amen. Look for that. Amen. Listen, being a preacher, I have sometimes, from time to time, and it varies, it seems like it comes in waves, but I have some things to do with church department, being a minister, as they call it. I don't like that word, but that's what they call it. And you'd be surprised at how many women's come to law because a man's beat her half to death and show up and cuff him, and they'll start beating the cop.
Amen.
He didn't mean to. Yeah, I'm sure he didn't mean to draw back and hit you with his feet.
Yeah.
5 times.
Amen.
I hit my mama once on accident. And I promise you it was an accident. All I was doing was trying to block her from punching me in the face. And I don't know what happened, but I hit her square in the nose. And I ran. And I ran. And I ran. And when I quit running, she still beat me half to death. But thank God she wasn't as mad as she was.
Yeah.
Or she would have beat me all the way to death.
Amen.
Amen. Look, we're right. That's why that we don't got no prodigals today.
Amen.
Amen. That's why you got people that come, listen, at Thanksgiving and at Christmas time, and I'm going to be honest with you, you got to be careful because it'll leave a sour taste in your mouth. It's Christmas. Let's help needy families. And go buy them a turkey, take my house, and I say, I've had it happen right here in Avery County. Put it over in the freezer, melt in the freezer, there'll be 10 already in there.
Amen.
Or 10 other churches have been there before you got there. But then we've got a bunch of us sat back and say, well, there ain't no churches to go to it.
Yeah.
Churches around here won't help nobody. And a lot of them won't, but a lot of them will.
Yeah.
The part that will gets burnt.
Amen.
Yeah. The ones that won't help is because they've got tired of being burnt so much.
Yeah.
Amen. So, the reason we ain't got no product is number one. The Bible said that judgment must first begin where? At the house of God. When we got church members, that's supposed to be on God's roll. Not just the church roll, but God's roll.
Yeah.
Written in the Lamb's book, that's His roll. Amen.
Amen.
And it's supposed to be washed in the blood of Jesus Christ. But we're just like the prodigal.
Yeah.
We won't come to ourselves. Now, You can't look at me like I'm mean to you tonight. Bobby Silver's got up here and he preached the same thing I preached to you tonight.
Amen.
Just a different approach.
Amen.
And you shouted him to death. I
Yeah.
talked to him this week and he's done telling me, he's that bunch. He said, they like killed him. He said, I don't remember the last time I had that kind of liberty. And I told him, I said, well, I wish you'd have went ahead and preached then.
Amen.
And he said, let me come back and I'll try. And I said, I will when the Lord tells me to. And he said, well, he said, that's what I want to do. Amen. We might have been on the way home Sunday night. It might have been Monday. I don't know what it was. Becca looked at me and she said, you preach just like him. I did feel good. She said, I'm telling you, she said, you're so much like him. Well, part of me ought to be.
Yeah.
2 reasons. The Word, and that's what I got saved under. And I sat under him for a year. Until he moved. Amen. Until the Lord put him somewhere else. Amen. And he come in there and preach, say, hold up, later than I am tonight. But you look at me like I'm crazy sometimes. I don't understand that. I don't. Yeah, listen. While I'm out there, let me say this. You ever notice it's better when you go to visit a preacher? It is. Now don't sit there and say, now preacher. Just go ahead and be. Stop acting like that. Something like that. Come to yourself. Amen. Don't it seem a lot of times like it's better?
Yeah.
They preach the same thing, but it's better.
Yeah.
Why? Huh? You pay more attention to, well, that shouldn't be the answer. That visiting preacher ain't never done nothing for you. See what? What's she saying?
We know he's leaving.
You know he's leaving.
I was kidding.
Well, I'm leaving in a few minutes. We don't got to put up with him no more. You know why? You know why it seems so much better? I'm going to tell you why. You know why it seems so much better? Because when somebody sits up here preaching, I go down there and I sit on that pew or up here, and I ain't going to sit up here with certain people preaching. I go there and I sit on that pew, and Bobby was very calm Sunday. But I sit there on that pew, and I hear that preacher on, and I pray for that preacher.
Amen.
Now, I'm not saying look at me. I don't mean it to sound that way. But I'll sit there and I'll amen him, and you don't even realize that you've got a security and knowing my preacher's amen him, so he must be right. And you never pay no attention.
Amen.
You never acknowledge. Amen. The louder I get, the louder you get.
Yeah.
The louder we get, the harder the preacher preaches.
Amen.
You're right.
And I reckon I'm dyslexic. Because the quieter you get, the harder I preach. That's all it's truth. I don't know if you ever noticed that or not. You drive up on me, it gets rough. And hard. You go shouting, I sit down and listen to you. Amen. Boy, I miss them good old days at the prison. You get to preaching, you preach about 5 minutes, son. I mean, they get to tearing the house down, and I promise you, I'm not exaggerating. Little old plastic chairs we had to move from a chapel into the cafeteria because we had so many people coming to church. And they get shouting, I'd just go over and pull the chair up, and I'd sit down. I just watch. I'd amen. Sick on the Lord, I'd enjoy it. And then the Spirit would die down, I'd stand back up, and I'd start into preaching again. They'd cut loose shouting, I'd back up and sit down in the church. Amen. But I go in there and they drive up on me. Amen. I'm going to preach the same message regardless by the grace of God. But the reason we don't have no prodigals today is because there's too many easy ways out.
Amen.
Yeah.
Too many easy ways. Listen, if it's that easy, is it worth having? Now, is it really worth it? You give a young'un something, it'll go in the dirt.
Yeah.
But you make a young'un work for something, it'll appreciate it.
Amen.
And it'll take care of it.
Yeah.
And it'll last a long time. It won't last forever, but it'll last a long time. And we're doing the same thing.
Amen.
God gives us everything in the world, and we'll go it to the dirt. We'll go it to the side. I don't want nothing to do that. I'm tired of playing with that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Amen.
you ever I mean, you couldn't wait to open it. You couldn't wait to play with it, because you didn't get many, especially toys. Usually at Christmas time, the way I was raised, if you got something, it's usually something to cover your nakedness. But if you got a toy, wow, that was something. Now, I like to be a fly in people's cars before they pull up to their family's homes. As the daddy looks in the rearview mirror at the kids in the back seat, he says, "Now I'm going to kill you if you go out there and say, I don't like that." No, nobody's looking at me like you and me. You know what I'm talking about. Amen? Don't you go in there and tell them you got two of them in the home.
Yeah. Amen.
That ain't spoiled. My parents never, ever had to tell me, you go in there and you thank me for whatever you got. Don't you ever. Now listen, this is what we see today. If we was looking in the mirror at the kids in the back seat, don't you ever go in there and open that prize and tell them that you want something different.
Amen.
I don't like that. Let one man sound like it. Just let I'm tired. And they might do it when I can't hear them. Now, buddy, let me tell you, if I hear them, they don't have to. Because if they got 5 of them at home, guess what? When they get home, they've got nothing.
Amen.
I'll pile them up in the yard and set them on fire. Picture you would. Before that is, my ovens are brass. All 3 of them. Amen. And I'm a brat to a certain level, and you are too. Amen. But I'm going to tell you something. Let me put you in the vehicle and take you some places. Let me load you up tonight and bring you home by this time tomorrow evening and see if you don't want to come home and burn your house down.
Yeah.
Besides for insurance money. Because you've got it made.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen. What is the description? Eyes unsatisfied. Eyes are full. And the eye man.
Everybody can flush your mind.
It's something like that. But we're never satisfied. We ain't never satisfied. Are we? Amen. Robbie told Bobby, now you won't mind me saying this, he's testified to it in this effort. Robbie's telling Bobby, our son, these boys, started off my list, he started off that Ford truck out of the will of God, and he said, God won't even let me say it. I gotta have it. I'm not satisfied. God might have given you a Toyota if you'd asked. That's one girl missed God right there, didn't he? At least you got her. But take that where we're at. Why don't we have no problems?
Amen.
Why don't you sit on the church pew, come to the Word yourself, and realize how much of it God's inheritance is your wasting?
Yeah. Amen.
Don't let it all go to naught
Yeah.
before you come to Him.
Amen.
Because I promise you, you will come to Him.
Amen.
I promise you that.
Amen.
I promise you don't keep getting on. You don't keep traveling the direction you're going.
Amen.
If you're not traveling toward Him, you're traveling in the wrong way.
Amen.
You're traveling the wrong way.
Amen.
There's times of worrying. I've got a cousin, Sean, everybody here knows him. They're at the beach tonight. They've been there, or I think it was, well, they're not going to go home tonight. But anyway, they've been to the beach. They've been at North Myrtle Beach. I don't know if anybody's heard about it or not. Big fight broke out. I watched the whole video. It recorded and put it on Facebook. And the reason that I even showed up on mine is because Dana was talking to Beth about it. Sean's wife. Dana's my aunt. And they was a gang. I mean, there's probably 45, 50 people in the streets. And they're having a big hoorah, having a big party time. I understand that. Worldly people's going to do worldly things. I've got no problem with that. I really don't. But they begin blocking traffic. Next thing you know, they ended up in the fight on the sidewalk. And this black boy jumped up and pulled a gun out of his belt line, shot 2 women in the crowd in one car. Amen. On Ocean Boulevard. Same streets that we walked down. Same streets Angela's walked down on the walk. blame babyface George over in North Korea for being a moron.
Yeah.
But we can't blame him. The judgment's got to begin where?
Man.
That's what's got to be.
Yeah.
Boy, I hate Obama. I don't like him neither, but you know what? He won the election, I thought, wow, America's lost. And then when he ran for re-election, I thought, they ain't even no point in me voting. I voted, because I wanted to argue about it. I thought, they ain't no point in me, I mean, he'll never hear the gun talk. And he won it again. I mean, it's like God went, look the shape that your country's in.